Otherwise, I could talk to you all day about stuff that nobody cares about but me. That's okay. I mostly talk to my dog about stuff, and she's like, oh my god, I know, right? Hi everybody, welcome to the show. Today is episode 82. We'll be planning July projects. I'm having a day. I almost didn't even record today because I've been having a flare because stupid me walked 2 miles this weekend because I'm an idiot. And I don't know if I told you this, but I am not a competitive person at all. Like, if we're in a group thing, I want everyone to win. But if it's like me against myself, I'm not losing. Which makes no sense, right? You're like, I win and lose. Like, it's a draw every time. You can't win against yourself. You just can't. But I assume from my childhood, I became an overachiever. And I can't do anything like halfway. I have to be all in, and then I have to obsess about it. So, I was taking my dog for those walks, right? He made a friend named Salem that lives across the street from the creepy old guy. I think Salem is a chocolate lab, but I'm not sure because not very good at dog breeds for bigger dogs. If it's like this big, I can tell you what it is, but when they're big, I don't know. If they're bigger than a spaniel, I don't know. And I don't think I know all the different spaniels. There's a lot of them. So, like, I can think of 3 right off the top of my head. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, yesterday and today, I have not been able to move. I'm in so much pain, and I'm tired, and I passed out earlier, which was awesome, because I was outside blocking the shawl, and I came in and it was hot, and then your ears, you get like the ringing, whooshing, and then the black spots in your eyes, and you're sweaty, and you better like lay down. Because you're going to sleep for like 45 minutes, okay? So I'm assuming today's episode is going to be very low-key, low energy. What a surprise. Anyway, let's start with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing 2 finished items. This is our Calypso Shawlette by Pink Mambo that I may have overly blocked. And underneath we have the DK top. So we're going to talk about those in a second. Or I guess we'll just start with, I like to do whips first. I just do. I don't know why. I just like to do whips first. Today, we only have one whip. And it is the Souffle top. And it is off needles because I tried it on. And I did a size 3, which, I don't have the thing. I don't have the thing because it's on my Knit Companion, which is, I didn't print out that page. Okay, so that was supposed to be, my bust is 35 inches. That was supposed to be like the size for this. However, I don't like how it fits. I'm not going to try it on. You can't see it because it's black. Anyway, it has the problem. The neck is fine. The neck is fine. The neck, I'm not going to mess with it at all. The neck is fine. My problem is the sleeves are huge. The sleeves are ginormous. And the whole chest here, I don't know how the body is, but the chest here is like bubbly. And it hasn't even been blocked yet, which means it's going to get bigger. So here's what I did. I'm going to show you. I mark the very first increase of every increase row. So that's what these are. These are the increases for the increase row. This is the one for the sleeve increases. See, it's on the sleeve. So the very first increase, I put that, I mark it with a marker. And I'm very glad I did this because I went through the math of the pattern because I said, I looked at the smallest size, which I don't know what that was. And I'm like, that's probably going to be too small where my bust is concerned. But see my like shoulders are real small, my neck's real small, everything's small, and then my arms are small but really long. Okay. Then this happens, which is my inner bust is a 28. So if I measure around my chest, my rib cage is 28 inches around. And then the fullest part of my breast is 35. So that's 28 minus 30, however many that is. It's a lot. That's a big difference. So I think my waist is 25. I'm very much like this. Oops, on a stick. So I don't need all this extra fabric here in my, chicken arms. So I do think the smallest size would be too small for the bust. So what I decided to do is, if I go back, if I frog this last increase round, this number from the second to last increase, I didn't bring it with me. It brings me in between the two sizes because the one size down is only a 20 stitch difference, and I don't think that's going to be enough. And then 2 stitches down is a 40 stitch difference. And I'm like, that's going to be way too much. But I thought a 30 stitch difference would probably be enough. And then under the sleeve here, because that'll be right here. That'll be right at bust level. I can add more under the sleeve if I need to make up for any bust stuff. However, I don't really wear a bra anymore, so it's not like I have to make that much more increase. Because I just wear these tops, so the third size is just going to be huge. And I was afraid the second size wouldn't be too big, and I thought the first size would be way too small. So it's just top down, and then you separate for sleeves. So as long as I keep the math, the percentages okay, I should be okay. I am going to probably add on more underneath the sleeve just to give me more in the body, because I don't know how much I'm going to need in the body yet. So we're kind of playing this by ear, but I wanted to show you how much I had done. So here's where I separated for sleeves. So I got like 2 inches from separating the sleeves. I'm on a frog back. So that gives me a week to finish, which I have no other whip, so I don't see this as a problem. It's just it's all on the round still, so I'm a frog back, then work again, separate this. I'm going to count my rows so I don't mess up. Separate for sleeves, then the body's just straight, and then I might have to fudge the sleeves a little bit. Like I said, I don't know how much I'm going to cast on here, because now everything's up in the air because I don't know what's happening. I'm going to get a gauge swatch before it's blocked just to give me an idea, because if I can then make sure my bust is covered, and then Like, I'm hoping that'll go. It's such a big difference. It's so hard to get things to fit. So anyway, that's where I'm at. So like yesterday and today, I've had nothing to work on because I finished the shawl yesterday. And like I didn't want to work on this, and I didn't want to start anything new because we only have a week. And I'm like, I don't want to have just I can take the week and finish that. It's all in the round, very, very simple. So then during the day, I'll be able to do this. I mean, the sleeves aren't hard either, so it'll be done in a week, I'm sure. So yeah, I don't think I'll have a problem getting that done by the weekend. Okay, so finished items. Should we talk about? Let's talk about the Calypso Shawlette first. This was a dye project. This was my hand dyed. This is Wool to Die For's MCN sock high twist. 400 yards, 100 grams. That I dyed. We have, how much is left? Like 17 grams. 17 grams left over. So the last row, if you're wondering, because it said to work 30 rows and then do the last row, after 30 rows, the last row took me about 12 grams. And I didn't want to use the whole thing. And I like to use the whole thing, but this is why. It is all the way down past my crotch area. I don't know what the nice way to say that is. It is huge. This is so huge. Even the wingspan is past my hands. I very aggressively blocked this, and I love that it looks like fishnet. Oh my God, do I love that it looks like fishnet. Now it's difficult to block a heart-shaped shawl. And if you notice, these became points. I did not mean, these are shells. I did not mean to make them points, but I didn't know how else to block them this way, which is why I went aggressively. So I went in between the third and fourth DC of the shell. I think it's a 6 shell, a 6 DC shell. So I went between 3 and 4, which gave me the points. I am thinking of reblocking this, but I really like it, so I'm not even worried. You can't really see. I'm gonna have to put pictures up because you can't even really see. For next week, I'll put the pictures up because I don't think you can really see the color, how it is. So I'm gonna have to take pictures outside. But the color is great. So let's talk about. So I totally did that 2 pattern. I did not when I saw how long it was. Before blocking, I was like, I'd want to stop because I don't like them long. I don't mind them wide, but I don't like them too long. This, I think it'll be okay because it's open like fishnet. It's not going to be too hot or anything and cover up what I'm wearing. Okay, so the top is... I have to go over the skin. Girly Knits bra top. Only I didn't use that pattern. I used my own version that's top down. This is Knit Picks Kotlin Nightfall. This is what I had left. I don't even know, but not half a gram. 3 balls, because these are 50-gram balls. So this is cotton and linen. So, cotton and linen, 70% 70% cotton, 30% linen. So the only thing I can compare this to is my wool ones that I have made in, I've made them in a bunch of wool blends, cotton blend, one cotton blend, right? My wool cotton alpaca blend from Knitpicks or Knitcrate that I love so much. So it stretches out, but not like a superwash, because superwash stretches widthwise, just keeps stretching widthwise and then shrinks from the bottom, right? I'm not getting any shrinkage from this at all, but it did kind of go as far widthwise and then stopped. It did not snap back like wool does. So I'm not getting any body hugging. I'm not getting any form fitting. I am getting the creases, like when you sit and it rolls and it creases, you know, like normal. There is no bust support at all. They're just like hanging there, covered. So it's even less than the wool. But I do feel like the stretching out of the cotton actually went to the right dimensions of lengthwise. Like the cup is perfection. The cup is exactly, it's a little bit big, but it's perfection. I don't get that on the wool. It doesn't pull down as much, and sometimes the cup, okay, because the cup starts with the ribbing. Ends with the ribbing. So you have stockinette cups and then ribbing. You don't have to have that, I guess. You could just rib the whole thing. I think there are some that are ribbed the whole way, but I like the difference. It's skin soft. It's not rough. I do think there is the opportunity for some chafing, so I'd watch for that. But then you could put a mini under it. I don't think that would be a problem. I do think it is less warm because it's not body hugging. But I've only worn it for a couple days. Because it's been so hot, I've been wearing the cropped ones. But I thought I'd spare you that for the camera. So I am excited to do the Pima cotton ones that I have. I'm going to do them exactly like this. It's totally fine. Really, it's fine. Yeah. It's just a different fit, but it's a fine fit. It's kind of less claustrophobic, which I also like, because sometimes when my skin really hurts and I don't even want wool touching me, this feels like it would be nice for that, because it gives me it's not body hugging. Does that make sense? So if you've noticed, it's 4:00 in the afternoon. It was so hot at noon, I decided to wait. So we might change and do this later in the day. So that's WIP's finished items. So let's talk about July. So we're planning July projects. Okay. Do you love this? I love it. Okay. Our main project is Lunch at Tiffany's Blouse by Anne Catherine Knits. Anne Catherine Knits. So this pattern is supposed to be knit with two strands of fingering held together. I'm not doing that, however. And this is also, you can do a short sleeved, it's a crossover, what do you call that? A crossover? It's a crossover. However, it looks like double rib and then single rib. I'm doing the whole thing in double rib. Here we go. See how cute that is? Isn't that adorable? So it's like a tank. But then it also is a full sweater. It can be a full sweater. So that is why we did this. So I could get this double rib here. Now this pattern is written for wool. However, the reason I did this cotton tank was I want to use this. This is Universal Yarn Inc. Cotton Supreme DK in gray. It just says gray, color 724. Because I have like 3 of these. And I think that'll be plenty to make that thing. Because if I use 1.5 for this, then I think 3, double that for just the front and the back, maybe? I don't know. We're going to try it. Hopefully it works. That is my plan for my big one. I have 2 of these that I want to make into that top. And then I have, 2 colorways in this that I want to make into that top. And then I also do want to make it in wool. I want to make a full sweater in wool. But I wanted to do the short sleeve or sleeveless cotton ones first. So that's my main project. I don't know how that's going to go at all. It might be terrible, and it might be a terrible idea, and it might blow up in my face. For dye project, do you know where I'm going? Dye project, Rain or Shine Shawl by Stephen West. I already showed this to you. I'll show you the one that I really like. Be quiet. This is the one that got me. The green. It's green and greens and blues and white. We're not doing that color, obviously. Be quiet, Lola. Be quiet, I said. Stop. This is done with 2 strands of mohair. So it's 5 colors. Which means I'm going to have to do 5 strands of mohair, 5 skeins of mohair. I don't know how long this was gonna take. If it's gonna take us all month to do, I don't know. But it looks, I don't want to say easy, but it's a slip stitch, so it's like a mosaic. So, and I did working on the souffle. I don't mind working with 2 strands of mohair. Absolutely hate 1 strand of mohair. Don't mind 2. It's less annoying. Oh my god, look, the dogs are out without being leashed. I think the dog was eating poop. So, our other project for July is the Summer Lace Top by Martina Supova, which, remember, we started last month, and I said this is killing me to be doing 2 crochet projects at a time. I really don't know how long this is going to take me either. I'm not sure if we're going to get this done. I wanted to count how many because it has eyelets, right? So I was going to count the eyelet rows to see how many we had to do. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, only 5 eyelet rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 eyelet rows. Okay, good. If you remember, this is what it looks like. This is the front, this is the back. Front. So 5 eyelet rows. We have 1 eyelet row. So also I'm kind of worried it's going to be too... I can probably go shorter, actually. I should probably, yeah. I think I'll probably start this over too. Because that doesn't look like it should be that low. And I did a foundation row, and a foundation row really isn't going to change that much as you work on it, I don't think. Will it? No. So I might shorten that up a little because that does seem kind of long. So we might get to that. I'm not sure. Because that was really hurting my finger. I think I'm gonna redo the thing and then see what happens and if I like it or not. I finished this yesterday. My finger doesn't hurt at all today, so I don't know. Maybe it was just the DCs in that one. I'm not sure. So then all we have is, I don't know why I do like 4 projects every month. I don't know why. I mean, I finish them all. So our next one is going to be the Vitellana Lofty Decay. This is hydrangea. So this, we're going to do we have 2. So we'll have a cropped version and a full-length version. I'll probably do the cropped first to get it out of the way. And this will be just to work on at night. So this probably is going to be one of those that'll get finished at the end of the month that I always like to do. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to finish it. And then I do. So... that's all I got for 28 minutes. Yeah, Rain or Shine Shawl, not quite sure on the colors. One of them will be black. I really don't know. I'm going to go through all my swatches. See, and I didn't swatch my... Is it Midnight Blue or something? There is a blue. I did get a blue. I got a blue from Dharma that I didn't swatch because I got a purple. And, okay, here's what I'm thinking. I'm just thinking low contrast, lower than this. So, I'm thinking like burgundy, dark green, purple, and a blue, and a black, blue, purple, burgundy, green. Or should I do... See, because I can't get very... I want that burgundy. And burgundy takes care of red and pink. And you can't really get a deep pink. Like, the deepest pink you can really go is like raspberry. You can't really get a pink deeper than that, or it's not going to be pink anymore. Like, even this, like... on the spots that have dark, just looks burgundy. So you get burgundy or purple. So also, I don't know what order to put 5 colors in. I am the worst this is the absolute part of working that I hate, because like I said, if I could make everything in black, I would do it. So easy. Everything's black. Done. Finished. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. I do like color progressions, like ombres. However, I don't like light colors. I also don't like gray that much. Not enough to just do black and shades of gray. Or do I? I don't know. Please, if you have suggestions, please let me know. You know what I love? I love those color things. Like the stitch. It's like a stitch palette, a color palette, where they're like, you know, that they got colors on it. And you're like, oh, those are great. But they don't have a lot of those that have black in them. And if they do, then they're gray, or they're like weird, like bright colors. Like it's very hard to get low contrast with black ideas for that aren't just gray. I'm gonna have to play with all my color swatches, and I think I'm gonna have to swatch the blue, because I didn't swatch the blue. Midnight blue, or I don't know, it's the darkest blue. Whatever Frost Yarn said was the darkest color. Midnight blue. Did I already say midnight blue? Maybe that's it. I don't know. She said these were the darkest colors, that if you could use them instead of black to darken your colors. So I haven't done that yet, but because I just use the darkest colors anyway, who cares? So I didn't swatch the blue because I was swatching everything else that I was like, blue, I'm probably hardly ever going to use it. I'm just going to use the dark and blue. It doesn't matter. But now I think I am going to swatch it before I have like a week, because dye project's in like 2 weeks. I have no idea what I'm like. Do I ever have any idea what I'm doing? Any of the time? I don't think I ever know what I'm doing. That's like part of this, is do we know what we're doing now? We don't. No idea what's happening. That's the only thing I'm struggling with this month is what, or for next month is what. Like I already knew I wanted to do the Lunch Tiffany's blouse. I've been wanting to do that since I saw it, because I had a shirt just like it that was powder blue. And it was my favorite shirt, and it looked really cool, good on me. And I was like, oh, I just love this shirt. And it was cotton. And I don't know what happened to it. I might still have it, actually. I'm not sure. There might have been a point in time where I got rid of everything that was a color in my wardrobe. And now I just make all my clothes, so it doesn't matter. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to the summer lace top, just because it is crochet, and I'm really don't want to do anything that's going to cause me any pain. So I do love that top. I really do like it, and I think it would be nice to like throw on over like a crop top if I have to go somewhere. It would be, what's the word? Convenient to have in my wardrobe. I'm just worried it's single ply, but it's Ravelry. I don't know. I think that might be my hesitation, is that it's a single ply and it's not black. Like if it was black, I'd be like, sure. You know what? I should see if I have any, like, I don't think I have any tencel or bamboo or anything in fingering weight that I could. I don't have a lot of plant fibers. But it's fingering, so I don't think it would be that hot anyway. Maybe I'd like it more if I used a different yarn. I love the color of that yarn. I hate that it's a single ply, and I don't know why I hate that it's maybe I should just make it, and it might surprise me. For how much I'm going to wear it, I think it could pill and get fuzzy, and I don't think I'd care. Which I think is my hesitation to make something in single ply, is that it's going to fuzz up, probably. Right? And, because see, I always thought silk was a cooling fiber, and it's not. Silk is hot. All of my things that have silk in them, I find them to be hot. Like, they trap the heat. So I don't want to make that for summer. It feels nice, gives a nice sheen, but I find it to be hot. I find it to trap heat, which is great for you know, cooler weather. But when it's hot and I'm planning summer knits, I can't really go with cotton or cellulose fibers because I don't dye those, so I'd have to get them somewhere. I don't think I have any that are fingering. This is pretty much all I have, and this was supposed to be a top of some kind. I do have two that are from Knitcrate. But see, I wanted to make those into one of the Lisa Hands shawls, the herbarium or something. Because I have 4 skeins. I have 2 skeins of each. I don't know what I'm doing. Who knows? Who knows? Nobody. Certainly not me. Okay, that's all I got. It's 36 minutes, you guys. So, I don't have any squishy mail. I haven't bought anything. I already went over my 2 finished things. I gave you all the info on everything. Next week should be the end of the month, I think. June finished, which means the 2 weeks of style projects again. Oh my God, what colors am I gonna do? I'm gonna end up with gray and charcoal and black. I just know I will, and I don't want to. Desperately don't want to. I gotta come up with some other idea for how to do it, because I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here, guys, because it's hot and I'm not having a good day. So I'm sorry I'm not giving you a full episode, and I can't sit and knit with you because I can sit and frog. But I don't want to. Do you want to hear some more Stranger Things? I have nothing else to say about Stranger Things because they haven't come back yet. And I wanted to say, what did I want to say? I feel like I had something really important to tell you, and now I can't remember what it was. Movies? No. We've been watching Obi-Wan, but here I am with Star Wars, not the biggest Star Wars fan. And if there's no Baby Yoda, I can't. Okay, like, Darth Vader is my favorite, obviously. Duh. Darth Vader. Right? Darth Vader's my favorite. Not Anakin. Darth Vader. Those are 2 very distinct personalities. Hate Anakin. I do like the tying up that the in between, seeing what happened in between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. I love seeing what happened in between there. That's pretty fun. Excited to see how Vader comes into being Vader, because like the whole Revenge of the Sith, that whole movie, when did that come out? Like 20 years ago? I'm still mad about it. I am still mad about it. And I gotta tell you, when it came out, I was living in Seattle, and I don't know what he was, boyfriend, guy I was living with, I don't know what he was. Huge Star Wars, huge. I'm more of a Trek girl myself. Sometimes, not crazy about the new one. TNG maybe is where I'm at. So like we stood in line for episode 3. Stood in line for it. I mean, everyone was dressed up. I don't think I was dressed up. I don't think I was. I don't remember. It was 20 years ago. So I remember being so disappointed by that movie. Like, that was supposed to answer, like, the biggest question that I had was, how did Vader become Vader, right? Like, what was so bad that he turned from Jedi to dark side? Like, what happened? What happened, Obi-Wan? So, Because okay, like you're trained by Obi-Wan, right? Like how can you? It just doesn't make any sense to me. That movie was such a letdown that I'm hoping that this will like redeem itself. If it can, I'm not sure it can, but if it can, I hope it does. I really liked when he took her thing and took it apart and handed it to her. I was like, that's so awesome. But I think like there wasn't a scarier villain than Vader when I was growing up. I was terrified of him. I thought he was great. Well, then Maleficent. Maleficent was like Maleficent and Vader. Oh my god. No wonder I'm like, I can't be sunny. I cannot be a happy, sunny person because my like role models in life were Darth Vader and Maleficent. Like I was really right. Like from the get, that was just bad. Oh well. Sue me, whatever. I save cats, leave me alone. I've watched every other show that there is to watch, except for Lucifer, because I just can't get into it. You think that would be a show I like, but I don't. And then I started watching Constantine, which is terrible without Keanu Reeves. Like, I want Keanu Reeves. He's Constantine to me, and I've seen that movie a million freaking times. I need a new show to watch, a new fandom. That's not gory. And that is on like regular TV for like a long amount of like, through when it hiatuses for the summer, regular TV. The main networks like ABC, because everything's streaming, and then I don't like watching streaming week to week. I don't like it. Because there's only like 8 episodes. Like, why can't you just give me all 8 episodes? But like if it's on TV, you're getting like 20 to 24 episodes. I heard 24 might be coming back. Did you hear 24 might be coming back? I'm dying. I want 24 to come back. So that's probably my most favorite TV show in the entire world. Love that show. It was 24, X-Files, Supernatural. I think that's it. Those are my favorite TV shows. Everything else is just like, whatever. Okay. Can I just say, thanks for watching. And next week for finished objects, which you've seen everything finished except for the souffle top. I hope we're not going to have a problem. I'm going to have to get exactly to where I am now and try it on and see what I think. But I think we'll be okay. Like, I just grabbed like so much. And the sleeves looks like Judy Jetson sleeves, and I was like, this is not what I signed up for. So we'll see how that goes. So hopefully I can get that done today, or get that started today, get that back on the needles, get that frogged and back on the needles today. And then we'll be done for the month, and I'll see you next week for July finished objects. So take care of yourselves. I'll see you next week. Goodbye.